Going to discuss about the superposition theorem. What is the superposition theorem? To verify the superposition theorem, we have to see experimentally. First, we see the circuit diagram. In this circuit diagram, two batteries are there. E1 is one battery, E2 is another battery. First, you have to connect the E1 battery and E2 battery and take the three resistors. 1 milliamp is there. In E1 battery and E2 battery you have to take, you will get that current is going to become I. And once you have to remove this E2 battery and short circuit it, you will get that current I dash, and another current you have to take and remove the E1 battery, you will get the another current, that E double dash you are getting. Clear? So that I is equal to I dash plus I double dash we are getting. This is our ultimate goal. Theoretically we have to did this one. Experimentally how we are doing, once we have to see. First we have to take the two batteries you have to take, right? This is the battery. Now once you have to check it, 5 volts I am applying. This E1 or E2 2 we have to apply as a 5 volts. How we have to apply? Once you have to see, this is the 2 is there, 3, 4. Now 5 volts I am applying. E2 I am applying 5 volts, and similarly E1 also I am applying 5 volts. Similarly E1 also I am applying 5 volts. So how we have to apply? Once you have to take positive to positive, you have to connect. Positive to positive, to take the cutter you have to remove like this, positive to positive, and negative to negative you have to take, positive to positive and negative to negative. So now you see 5 volts you have to apply. How many? 5 volts I am applying. I am applying the E1 is 5 volts and E2 is 5 volts. Later I have to circuit connection we have to take. This is the 220 resistor. In 220 resistor I am keeping in the breadboard, right? So E1 you have to take this E1. This E1 is connected to one resistor one end, and next one more resistor you have to take, that is the E2, right? E2 resistor you have to take here, and one more resistor also you have to take in this point only, that is the E3 resistor. This E3 resistor you have to connect it to the milliammeter positive. What is the milliammeter positive? Where is the milliammeter positive is there? There milliammeter positive is there. So milliammeter positive you have to. Milliammeter negative 2. Milliammeter negative 2 you have to give to the ground. Milliammeter negative to the ground. E1 negative also ground, and E1 negative also ground, and E2 negative also you have to take the ground. Total 3 grounds are there: E1 negative, E2 negative, and milliammeter negative we are connecting to ground. Clear? Once one more resistance is there, that resistance you have to connect it to the E2. Where you have to connect? E2 you have to connect. This is the circuit is completed. Now after completion of this circuit, now we are seeing the observations. First you have to take 220 voltage we are taking, R1, R2, R3, 220. E1 I am applying 5 volts, E2 I am applying 5 volts. First you switch on the board. You are getting the current. How much current you are getting? 34.9 milliamps you are getting. 34 or 35.2 milliamps we are getting. This is the current after connectioning the E1 and E2. First, according to this circuit diagram, next E2 you have to remove. This E2 you have to remove. I am removing this E2. Once you have to take this E2, I am removing. So after removing this, what we have to do? Take one jumper, right? One jumper you have to take. Wherever we are removing that E2 battery, there you have to short circuit. I am short circuiting. Now you have to see the current. So current in which one? Through the E1 we are getting the current. That current you have to write. How much is there? 17.2. This current is belongs to whom? This current is belongs to I dash, first circuit. Later you have to remove this jumper, remove this jumper. Now E2 is connect, E2 is you have to connect, E2 you have to connect, right? E2 connect, E1 should remove, E2 you connect, wherever the E2 is there, there E2 you have to connect. This is the ground, right? E1 is removing. Now you are able to see E1 is removed. What should I do? Now E1 is short circuit. You have to take the E1 is short circuit. I am short circuiting the E1. Clear? Once you have to short circuit, now you switch on. How much you are getting? 18.1. This is the I 18.3, I double dash. Now you add it. 18.3 I dash, 17.2 is I dash, 18.3 is I double dash. 17.2 plus 18.3 is equal to 5. So 8 plus 3, 8 plus 3 is equal to how much the value? So 5, 1, 35.5. Around what is that I? If you have to apply the two batteries, you are getting the 35.5 volts. If you have to take one battery remove, you are getting some current. Another battery you remove, you are getting another current. You add, you are getting approximately equal current you are getting. Therefore, our superposition theorem is verified. Clear? Like this, in this experiment, superposition theorem experimentally verified. This is the superposition theorem. Please share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.